What if I told you that a few simple words on a screen could make a woman think about you all day long? Not because you're trying too hard, but because you've mastered the art of saying less and meaning more. This isn't about being a smooth talker. It's about being a stoic communicator. Most men text like it's a to-do list. Good morning. Did you eat? How was your day? She sees that from 5 other guys before lunch. But a stoic man, he doesn't chase attention. He creates gravity. He's not texting for approval, he's communicating with purpose. Today, you're going to discover 3 texting secrets women can't resist. Not because they're manipulative, but because they align with how female psychology actually works. And once you understand that, you'll never text the same way. Secret 1, text to spark curiosity, not validation again. Let's dive in. Here's what 95% of men do. They open a conversation to get a response. The goal is to make her reply. The stoic man. His goal is to make her feel something. Let's stop here and ask, how often are your texts just digital breadcrumbs? Little crumbs of attention hoping she bites. Instead of texting, hey, or what's up? Try something like, I just realized something about you. You might deny it, though. Now think, what does that message do? She's instantly curious. She wants to know what you saw. You're not asking for her attention. You're making her want your insight. This is called the Zeigarnik effect. Our minds cling to incomplete information. By not giving her the full answer, you create a psychological gap she wants to fill. It's not a trick. It's a pattern disruptor. But here's the stoic twist. You're not doing it to control her. You're doing it to stay intentional. You choose your words the same way a warrior chooses his sword. Precisely and with purpose. This creates an emotional blueprint, one that says, this man sees something deeper in me, and that's rare. Now, let me ask you this. When's the last time she screenshot your message to show her friend? That's what happens when you master curiosity-based texting. You don't just get replies, you get remembered. Here's a funny way to frame it. Most guys text like a fast food menu, predictable, basic, no surprise. You want to be that mysterious chef with the off-men items, the one who surprises her with flavor she didn't know she craved. But this is just the start, because the next secret, it's not about what you say. It's about when you don't say anything at all. And most men mess this up without even knowing. Secret 2. The power of strategic silence. Get brutally honest. If you're always available, always replying in seconds, always texting goodnight like it's your job, you're draining your own value. A stoic man doesn't fear silence. He uses it. When you pause, when you don't reply instantly, when your energy pulls back slightly, you trigger one of the deepest female psychological instincts, uncertainty. And uncertainty, when combined with prior emotional stimulation, is the seed of obsession. Here's what happens in her mind. She starts wondering, why hasn't he texted yet? Is he busy or losing interest? Was it something I said? And suddenly her thoughts revolve around you. You're no longer the guy checking in. You've become the mystery she wants to solve. But this isn't about punishing her with silence. It's about making room for her to reach forward. You see, stoic silence isn't passive. It's intentional restraint. You're not ghosting. You're creating space for value to build. And in a world full of dopamine junkies, that's rare. That's powerful. That's masculine. Here's a story. A man I coached once texted his girl back immediately. Every single time. She lost interest within 2 weeks. But when he paused, focused on his work, and took time to respond with intention, she became the one initiating more. Why? Because silence made his energy feel earned, not automatic. We're hardwired to chase what isn't guaranteed, and women especially are drawn to emotional tension. Imagine if James Bond replied to every text within 4 seconds. Still sexy? Nope. You'd question his life choices. Now you get the picture. When your silence says, I'm building, I'm focused, I'll return when I'm ready, you become high value by default. But don't get it twisted. This only works when it's paired with something deeper, because once you've sparked her interest and used silence to deepen it, the final secret, it's what makes her emotionally invest in you. and it's probably the last thing most men think about. Stay Secret 3, emotional echoing, the mirror that makes her feel seen with me. Most men respond with logic. She shares a story. He gives advice. She talks about a bad day. He says, just relax. Wrong move. Why? Because attraction isn't built on solutions. It's built on emotional connection. And connection happens when a woman feels emotionally mirrored. Here's how you master this. When she shares something meaningful, try saying, sounds like that really shook you up. You okay now? Or, you handled that way better than most would. Now you're not just replying. You're reflecting your emotional state back to her. That's called limbic resonance. When two emotional systems sync through shared understanding, women don't want to fix her. They want to feel emotionally held. And a stoic man does this without losing his center. He doesn't match drama. He mirrors feeling with calm strength. It's not about being a therapist. It's about showing her that her inner world matters. Let me paint this for you. She texts, I just had the worst day at work. Instead of replying, what happened? You say, let me guess. Meetings, fake smiles, and not a single second to breathe. Now she feels understood without needing to explain. And guess what? That feeling is rare, so she ties it to you. And when you combine that with the mystery and restraint from the first two secrets, you become addictive. Let's stitch this together. You text to spark curiosity, not to seek validation. You embrace silence, not to punish, but to elevate. You emotionally mirror, not to impress, but to connect. That's the formula. That's the art. When you do this, you stop being just another guy. You become the man her brain and heart keep circling back to. Let's be real. Most men never get past the surface level. They keep repeating the same dry patterns. Hey, how was your day? Want to hang out? And then they wonder why she stops replying. Why the energy dies. Why she seems warm one day and cold the next. But you're now equipped with psychological precision and stoic power, and if you're wondering how to take this even deeper, it starts with emotional restraint. Before you hit send, ask yourself, am I seeking validation or delivering value? Because a woman will feel your intent even in the silence between your words. Let her chase your presence, not your replies. Let her feel emotionally safe, but never fully certain. Because here's the truth. Most dating gurus won't tell you. Attraction dies in predictability and it thrives in emotional polarity. You are calm. She is chaos. You are silence. She is wonder. You are depth. She is drawn to explore. That's masculine energy and motion. And here's one final truth to burn into your mind. Women don't miss your words. They miss how your words made them feel. So, when she's lying in bed staring at your message, heart racing from a line you sent hours ago, you'll know you've become unforgettable. If this resonated with you and you want more tactical strategies rooted in stoic psychology and female behavior, subscribe now. Don't just play the game, master it with wisdom, control, and purpose. Comment below. Which of these 3 secrets will you try first? I'll see you in the next one. Stay silent. Stay sharp.